Hello, good evening. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam, we can hear you, madam.
Okay, yeah, thank you. So there are only 9 students. We are having around 30. Shall we wait for another 3 minutes?
Okay, sure, madam.
Language.
Okay, so now there are 18 students. We'll start. So other students can join on the way. Okay, so yesterday we could not conduct the class because of this power cut. So luckily, even though today is a POA day, as this power cut is not there, we can conduct the class. Okay, so you are with the subject teaching English as a second language. Okay, so without wasting time, we'll go to the lesson. Today, we are with a new lesson, classroom management and assessment. Okay, classroom management and assessment. So that is the topic for today. I'm just checking how many days we conducted lectures. Okay. I just get, so these are the subtopics under this main topic, classroom management and assessment. Have an idea about the subtopics?
No, madam.
No in the sense? Okay, subtopics are here. Creating a positive and supportive learning environment, classroom management techniques, establishing routines, giving clear instructions, managing behavior. Okay, then using a variety of assessment methods. Examples are given: formative, summative, portfolio assessment. The last subtopic is providing effective and constructive feedback to students. Okay, our main topic is classroom management and assessment. Under that, there are 4 subtopics. Okay, so now we are going to start the lesson one by one. Okay, just get an idea. Okay, did you finish reading?
Yes, madam.
Okay, we'll see what is classroom management. Okay, classroom management is a very common topic in the field of education. So then here there is a nice comparison. That comparison will give you a better idea about classroom management. So here you can see classroom management has been compared to a conductor of an orchestra. Orchestra, there are different ways people pronounce. Okay, conductor of an orchestra. It's the process teachers use to create a smooth, productive, and positive learning environment. Okay, you know the conductor of an orchestra, he is the leader and giving proper instructions, and the whole orchestra will function very smoothly. The same way, the teacher is also using her knowledge, skills, and talents to create a smooth, productive, and positive learning environment. That process is called classroom management. And classroom management, it involves a variety of skills and techniques. In basic meaning, classroom management means managing the classroom effectively. Okay, so then when we discuss the concept classroom management, idea classroom management, it includes a physical space, materials, and resources. So these things are paid attention under organize the classroom. Okay, so then a classroom should be nicely organized. The seating arrangement, the desk, chairs, the materials, and resources. And then establish routine and procedure. They are also there. So these routines and procedures are important because they help students to know what to expect and minimize wasted time. Okay, don't worry. Here from this slide, just get the idea what is classroom management and we'll discuss it in detail. Okay, these things the slides are mixed. Yeah, let me, the slides are mixed, otherwise I will, assessment should come down. Wait, something jump. No, that's correct. I will tell both and then, no, arrangements are correct actually. Sorry. Okay, so here quickly we'll understand what is classroom management. Under classroom management, organizing the classroom, establishing routines and procedure, building positive relationship, managing students' behavior, maximizing learning time. These things are there. Okay, if you got confused, we'll clarify it. Classroom management is a process which teacher uses to create. The teacher uses this process to create a smooth, productive, and positive learning environment. Okay, check whether you got the idea. So by the moment that you are learning, you should try to remember the classroom management is a process that is used by the teacher to create a smooth, productive, and positive learning environment. And this process involves various skills and techniques. Okay, so under classroom management, you should have an idea about organizing the classroom, establishing routines and procedures, building positive relationship, managing students' behavior, maximizing learning time. Are you simply okay with classroom management?
Yes, ma'am.
Handy. Okay. Now we are coming back to classroom management once again. Don't worry. Here, just get an idea, definition about classroom management. Our second part of the main topic is assessment, classroom management and assessment. Okay, get an idea about assessment. When you finish reading, let me know. Okay, yes, you finished reading. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, done. What is assessment? So then, okay, so here it is mentioned assessment is like a detective's investigation in the classroom. Okay, you know who detective is. Here also, a detective's role is played by the teacher. Detectives are doing investigation. Here under assessment, the teacher is also doing a kind of investigation. Okay, so under assessment, the teacher will be gathering information about what students know, understand, and can do. Okay, so assessment is also a process, just like classroom management. And this is a process used by the teacher to gather information about what students know, what students understand, what students can do. Okay, so then you need to have your own short notes and definitions. And then only you can remember these things. Okay, so when a teacher gather information through assessment, teacher can understand how well students are learning. And teacher can understand whether her students need some extra support. Just imagine the teacher does not conduct assessment. Teacher can never get to know about how well her students are learning, and teacher cannot get an idea whether her students need additional support. Okay, so here under classroom assessment, gathering evidence is necessary. And then we are coming to this once again. So then detectives, some of you might have read Sherlock Holmes stories. Have you read Sherlock Holmes stories? Okay, so there you can see the Sherlock Holmes is collecting evidence. Okay, just like a detective, the teachers are also collecting evidence using various methods. Okay, so assessment methods actually can be tests, quizzes, projects, presentations, class discussions, and even observation. Okay, the teacher is having different ways to conduct assessment. Okay, so why do teachers conduct assessment? That is to gather information to know what students know, what students understand, and what students can do. Okay, did you get a particular basic idea about assessment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Here. So these are the under assessment gathering evidence. Then see what. Okay, we'll see understanding students' learning. When teacher conduct assessment, teacher can understand students' learning. And after understanding students' learning, a teacher can improve her teaching and students' learning. Okay, so these are expected from assessment. Understanding students' learning. So teacher is collecting data, collecting evidence to understand students' strength and weakness. Okay, so then conducting assessment, the teacher is collecting information, evidence to understand students' strength and weaknesses. So then after recognizing students' strength and weaknesses, the teacher can just imagine teacher notice some students are having weaknesses. So teacher can improve her teaching, and also teacher can improve learning also. Sometimes the teacher, according to the data collected, the teacher will change her way of teaching. Okay, so those things are possible. Here, yeah, just read. Okay, we'll see. So here, once again, there is another comparison. These comparisons are there for you to understand the concept properly. So just imagine you are a coach. So then maybe we'll say netball, football, cricket, or whatever it is. So when you want your students to perform as a coach, what you do first is actually to identify the strength and weaknesses of the student. Okay, without identifying the students' strength and weaknesses, no coach can lead the players to win the game. So here also, collecting data, the teacher should get a proper idea about the strength and weaknesses of the students. After that only, the teacher should alter her teaching, change her teaching if necessary to improve the talents of the students. And under assessment, these key features are there. It's ongoing. Assessment is going on. Okay, so that means assessment is not something which happens at the end of a unit. It's an ongoing process that happens throughout the learning journey. So assessments are continuing. There's no an end for assessment in this learning journey. Okay, so now what we understood about assessment, the feature, it's going on. See these two. Okay, we'll see here. Then assessments are varied in the sense there are different types of assessment. There is no one fixed assessment process. It's different actually. One assessment is different from other. There is a variety of assessment procedures. Okay. So then according to these differences you will learn later, there are 3 types of assessment. Actually not 3, there are many more, but in your syllabus the summative assessments are there, formative assessment are there, placement assessment is not there, and then portfolio assessment is there. We'll learn them later. So then can you remember the features of assessment? It's ongoing, it's varied, it's about improvement. If somebody asks you, what is the ultimate purpose of assessment? That is not to give grades to the students. Some teachers and students misunderstand the purpose of assessment. The purpose of assessment is actually to improve teaching and learning both. Okay, hope you understood it. We'll go to the next one. Okay, now, okay, so what I did now is actually giving you a brief idea about classroom management and assessment. So now we are moving to the topic according to the syllabus. Under classroom management, the first thing is creating a positive and supportive learning environment. Okay, so you should be clear with what you are learning. First, we learn what is classroom management. Then we learn what is assessment. Now we are going once again the first topic under classroom management, that is creating a positive and supportive learning environment. Okay, just get an idea. Okay, yeah. Here, the main subtopic, one of the subtopics actually under the main topic is creating a positive and supportive learning environment. So this is under classroom management, not under classroom assessment. Okay. So creating a positive and supportive learning environment is the base of effective teaching. Cornerstone. Do you have an idea about what cornerstones are? So what are cornerstones? Any idea? Where do we use cornerstones? At least tell me where. So according to the modern way of constructions, we can't say cornerstones. We can say base pits. Okay, in Sinhala we call base walawal. Okay, I will explain. Cornerstones are used when laying a foundation. In the past, especially when people lay foundation to build cottages, they were very particular to put very strong stones at the four corner. Okay, cornerstones, because they should be very strong. The cornerstones, but nowadays, just like when we are building houses, when we construct something, we the masons, they are very particular about having a proper base pit, base walawal. Okay, just like that. So when we think about effective teaching, creating a positive and supportive learning environment is just like one of the cornerstones. It's a basic thing which is highly necessary. Okay, so the simple meaning of creating a positive and supportive learning environment means actually in this classroom, the student should feel safe, respected, and motivated to learn. So if students feel safe, respected, and motivated, only we can see that there is a positive and supportive learning environment. Okay, so under this, creating a positive learning environment, there are subtopics. Yeah, just see. And number one is building relationship. If the learning environment is positive and supportive, it should build relationship. Okay, just get some idea. Okay. You did not put a message, but still, I think you finished reading. So, under creating a positive learning environment, these things should be visible. Building relationship. So, then that means inside the class, within the class, the students should get to know each other, and teacher should get to know the students. Okay, the teacher should build a very good relationship. So here we are paying attention to the teacher's contribution to build up the relationship. So then as the teacher, so you are also following a BEd degree program, Bachelor of Education. Maybe your ultimate recent target is to be a teacher. So as a teacher, you should get to know your student in this positive learning environment. So then you should have a genuine interest for this. You should know their lives, the background, their names. Okay, and the naming, the remembering the names of the student is highly necessary to build up relationship. So you should remember the names of your students and you have to use them. So everybody likes when they are called by their names, especially by teachers. And then you should show them you care them. So then as the teacher, the class teacher will say, as the class teacher, you should show your students that you care them. So then you have to greet them warmly. You have to ask their day-to-day activities and how they spend the day. And you have to support your students when they are struggling. Okay, so here we are paying our attention to primary classes especially. Even upper grades are the same. And then as a teacher, you have to be approachable. Because we have noticed, even you can remember sometimes when you were schooling, some teachers are not approachable. So we feel afraid of talking to them. But you should be an approachable teacher. So that is also helps to create positive learning environment. And then your communication, it should be very effective. Okay, so teachers' communicating ability should be very perfect. The teacher should be a very good listener. And most of the time we know teachers are talking continuously. So teachers are not normally very good listeners, but it should be the opposite actually. Teacher talks, but teacher should be an active listener. And you have to clearly communicate. Okay, these things are needed. And all these things, 1, 2, 3, 4 points we discuss under building relationship. So building relationship is highly needed for positive and supportive learning environment. And the next one is establishing clear expectations. You see, building relationship, I suppose it is clear to you. Is this clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Harry, okay. Establishing clear expectations. Okay, we'll see establishing clear expectations. So that is also highly needed for positive and supportive learning environment. The teacher should establish clear expectations. Under that, we can discuss things like create a class code of conduct. So then there should be certain rules for the class. That is for the good behavior, the class code of conduct, how the class is functioning. For an example, the teacher can say, all of you must come to class by 7:20. So then by after 7:30, nobody should enter the class. Okay, so all these things, how they should wear dresses, how they should greet each others, all these things. Then be consistent. That means after using class code of conduct, after putting rules and regulation, you have to continue it. And we know sometimes teachers, they put rules and they will check whether they are implemented for 2-3 days. After that, the students know teacher forgot them. It should not be like this. As a teacher, if you implement some code of conduct, you have to continue it. Be consistent. And then focus on positive behavior. Okay, rather than telling students always what they should not do. The teacher can tell them what they should do. Okay, so you can argue both are same. Yes, both are same. But the impression on student is different. Rather than telling don't do this, the teacher can say what they should do. And then model good behavior. And then if you expect a particular good behavior from your students, you should be a role model for them. So you can't ask your students to come to class by 7:20 if you come to class very late. It's not practical. You have to be a very good model. Then only you can expect other things from your students. Next. And promoting inclusivity. What is that? Yeah, just understand. Okay, we'll see promoting inclusivity. What is the meaning of inclusivity? Opposite is inclusion. Opposite is exclusion. So inclusivity means the inside the class, no one should be spared. That means no one should be ignored. All should be counted. So then normally in one classroom, we can understand the students are from different social background. But they all should be equally valued and respected. And regardless of their background, culture, or learning style. Just imagine there are 30 students, but it's normally more than 30 in Sri Lankan primary classroom. It's nearly 50. Okay, but all these students are not from the same social level, same economic status. They are different. There are rich students, there are poor students. There are students from very highly educated parents. There are students from illiterate parents. And there are different races, religions. But whatever it is, they all should be valued and respected equally. And then be sensitive to individual needs. So students are different. So when teacher is teaching, the teacher should recognize different ways and different phases of the students. Some students are very fast learners. Some are average level. And some are very poor level. Okay, the teacher should address, and teacher should be sensitive to individual needs. If the teacher is going only with the clever students, it's not nice, and it does not help to create positive and supportive learning environment. And then provide differentiated instructions. Okay, so then we know the students are different, their learning styles are different, and when you are giving instruction to the students, you have to use differentiated instructions. Different methods you also have to use. You, in the sense, teacher, and then create a safe space. Earlier also we talked about. Here the meaning, simple meaning is actually, classroom should be free of bullying, harassment, and discrimination. You know what bullying? So maybe one or group of students will make fun out of one particular student. Harassment, you know, discrimination. And if a student is condemned, looked down upon, highlighting her or his social background, religion, appearance, so they can come under discrimination. Okay, so if the teacher maintains inclusivity, promote inclusivity inside the classroom, that classroom will be definitely a classroom with positive and effective learning environment. Is that clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Harry, okay. Next one is fostering growth mindset. See what it is. Okay, we'll say fostering a growth mindset. Fostering means developing. We'll say like that. Encourage effort and perseverance. Perseverance means ability to retain the courage. So without getting discouraged until the goal is achieved, the student should be there. So under encourage and effort and perseverance, you have to praise students for their hard work and dedication. Okay, so then not just the achievement. Sometimes they will not be able to achieve the goal, but still you have to praise them for their dedication and hard work. Okay, so then the students will be having a growth mindset. And then encourage effect and perseverance. That is that. And then view mistakes as learning opportunities. As the teacher, you should treat mistakes, errors positively. And they should be considered as learning opportunities. Because when students do mistakes only, they understand them properly. That everyone makes mistakes and that they can learn from them. Okay, so from mistakes, the students can learn. And then promote positive attitudes towards challenges. As a teacher, you can encourage your students to face challenges. And you should convince your students challenges are opportunities for growth. And then as a teacher, you should believe in your students' potential. And you should show your students that you trust them. And that is highly needed. Okay, all these things will be together as fostering a growth mindset. Is that clear to you?
Yes, madam.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. Creating a physically and emotionally safe environment. Okay, see. Okay, yeah, we'll see. Creating a physically and emotionally safe environment. Yes. Organize the classroom. Okay, so this to create a physically and emotionally safe environment, the classroom organization is a must. Classroom should be clean, well organized, and conducive to learning. Supportive. Conducive means supportive to learn. And then promoting emotional well-being. So then that means inside the classroom, students should be comfortable. They should feel relaxed to express their emotions. And then if they need any support, they should feel asking it, maybe from the teacher, maybe from their friends, like that. And then address bullying and harassment. That means if it happens, bullying and harassment, as the teacher, you have to address them and stop them, and providing necessary support. Maybe whether students are having access to resources, and if they do not have them at home, you have to support them. Okay, so then here I will summarize. Creating a positive and supportive learning environment is highly needed for effective teaching. If the environment is not positive and supportive, effective teaching will not occur. So to have positive and supportive learning environment, we need to build relationship. We need to establish clear expectations. We need to promote inclusivity, fostering a growth mindset, and creating a physically and emotionally safe environment. Is that clear to you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Second one is classroom management techniques. Okay, see. Okay, we'll see classroom management techniques. There are many techniques that can be used by teachers to manage the classroom. Some teachers, they think classroom management is just controlling the student. It's completely wrong. Classroom management, it does not mean controlling the students. So it's about creating a structured and supportive environment for the students where they can learn very comfortably and where they can flourish. Okay, so it's about being proactive, anticipating potential issues. The teacher should have an idea about anticipated issues. And then teacher should be able to control things and having strategies in place to address them effectively. So when there are issues, the teacher should be able to address them very effectively. To do that, teacher should have anticipated the potential issues actually. Okay, we'll discuss this in detail. Classroom management techniques. So the same things, we will quickly go through them. You know this thing already. Okay, we'll see establishing routines. We have already discussed it early. Here, establishing routines means as the teacher, you have to have certain routines, certain rules for your class. So then that will be, if you implement them, the routines, that will be really comfortable for you to manage the classroom. Okay, so then here one example is given. As the teacher, you should train your students to a routine, what they should do when they enter the classroom, where they should keep their belongings, where they should keep their homework, just like that. Here you see one example. As you enter, grab your folder from the bin. Maybe folders are there in a particular basket. Sharpen your pencils. After that, you have to sharpen your pencils. So that is also done at a particular place. Otherwise, the students will be scattering the waste everywhere. And begin working on the warm-up posted on the wall. And the teacher has written what they should do as warm-up activity. So after coming to their place, after sharpening their pencils, they have to do it. Okay, that is the routine. It's a simple routine. Okay, so then entry routine. So then there should be a way that how students enter the classroom, and see these two. That is attendance routine and material distribution collection routine. Okay, so here you can see attendance routines are there. Basically, that is about how to take students' attendance. And there can be different ways. As a teacher, you can follow one. Using a sign-in sheet. So that is one method. Sign-in sheet can be passed from one student to the another, and then students can sign there. Or else students can use scan a QR code. Okay, that is also there. And then quick verbal checking. So that is the most common one. Teacher will read out the names and then get to know whether student is present or not. And then when teacher is distributing material or collecting something, okay, when collecting assignments, collecting notebooks, giving some handouts, there should be certain method. Designated helpers, maybe teacher has recognized certain students for that, okay, rather than all the students are together making a chaos over distribution and collecting material. The teacher can assign the task to some selected students. Okay, so then establishing routines, entry routine, attendance routine, material distribution and material collection routines, and these two. Transition routines, end of class routine. Okay, we'll see transition routines. Okay, you know what a transition is, moving from one to another. So it may be from one activity to another activity. So then here, when students are moving from one activity to another activity, the teacher should give clear expectations. And transition minimize disruptions and wasted time. Okay, so teacher should be very careful not to waste time for transition. Maybe they were doing group activity, and after that you are asking them to go to their usual places and sit down. Okay, but this should not take more time. Using a timer, providing clear verbal cues. When the time rings, please put away your material and turn your attention to the front of the room. Okay, just like that. The teacher can give routines when students is having transition. And then sometimes this transition may be one period is over and the next period start. So then end of class routine. That means at the end of the day, in the sense when the school is over, how do students prepare to leave? So there should be a routine for that also. Okay, something example, 5 minutes before the bell, please pack up your belongings. We will review the day's learning targets and then you will be dismissed by draw. Okay, so maybe two students, they are going one after the other or something like that. How the student should behave when the class comes to an end. Okay, so here you got to know establishing routines are very important. We can use these routines at different stages. Entry routine when students are entering the class, attendance routine, how to get the attendance, material distribution and material collection. And then transition routines are there and end of the class routine. Are they clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
One student is asking, can you increase the volume? I have maximized the volume. Can't you hear me properly?
We can hear you, ma'am.
And then, yes, the particular
hear you.
students, yeah, who put the message, could you please check whether the volume is at a low level in your device? And now it's okay, Hari, okay, she's telling. Hari. Hari. Okay, next one, giving clear instruction. Okay, just see. Okay, we'll see. Giving clear instructions to the student is highly important for positive and supportive classroom environment. So here you can see some teachers, when they give instructions, the students cannot understand because of their ambiguous nature. Ambiguous means the making students very confused actually. See here, we'll first read out the wrong way of giving instructions. Okay, class, so what we are going to be doing now is working together, you know. So just like that, teacher is giving instruction, that's not proper. But see how in the same instructions can be given very effective way and be concise and specific without wasting time. You see, avoid jargon and unnecessary details. Get straight to the point. Okay, see the example. For this activity, you will work in pairs to solve the problems on page 27. Okay, so this is very clear. Nothing is ambiguous. So it is clear the students are given an activity. They have to do the activity in pairs. And the activity is mentioned in the page 27. Okay, that is to the point. And we'll go to the next one. Yeah, next slide. Okay, now we'll see. Yeah, okay. So I hope you can remember the point we are talking, giving clear instructions. So we have to be concise and specific. And then break down complex tasks. So when you are giving instructions, sometimes if the task is very complex, you have to divide the way of giving instructions also into different segment. If the task is complex, you have to divide it into small sections. And then model desired behavior. Okay, so you have to tell very clearly to the students what you expect from them. And then what is in your mind should be very clear to the students. And then you have, after giving instructions, you have to check whether your students understood the instructions properly. So you can check it asking questions. And then if necessary, you need to provide them written instructions. Because if the task is very complex, if you are trying to give them instructions orally, they will not understand it properly because task is complex. So in such occasions, you can give the instructions in written form, or else you can ask students to write down the instructions. Okay, then managing behavior. Okay, managing behavior. Okay, we'll see managing behavior. So then effective behavior management is also very important. So as the teacher, you have to establish clear expectations. So focus on positive reinforcement. That means for the development actually. So when students do something good, you have to praise them for that. The positive attention should be paid to the students. Example, verbal praise, stickers, small rewards, or positive notes home. So when your students perform, the most common one is we put star mark and we write happy faces. And it shows you are praising the students using stickers. And orally you can praise, well done, your answer is very good, like that. Okay, positive reinforcement, positive feedback. Then address misbehavior quickly and calmly. So if you notice the student's behavior is not correct, it's wrong, so you have to address the misbehavior quickly but calmly. Okay, so you have to address them before they escalate, before they develop. Use a calm and consistent approach. Okay, so that is there. There are many more. the managing behavior, we are talking about it. We discussed 3 points, but there are many more. Just see. I did not send the PDF, but soon after the lecture, I will send it to you. I hope you received the earlier PDF. Okay. Use a variety of strategies. Okay, so when you are managing students' behavior, you have to use different strategies. So then don't imagine the same instructions are required for all the occasions. It's not like that. At different occasions, you need to give different instructions. Sometimes it may be verbal instructions, proximity control. That means you have to stand near the students and give the instructions. Non-verbal instructions can be given using your eye contact and hand gestures. Okay, there are different methods. And then teach appropriate social skills. So you need to help students develop the social and emotional skills. Then only they will behave appropriately. And then when you give these instructions to improve their social and emotional skills, so they will, these instructions are needed for areas like conflict resolution, empathy, and self-regulations. So when the proper instructions are given, only these areas can be handled well. And then collaborate with parents and support staff. So then if you notice, if some students are always showing you some challenging behavior, so sometimes you have to work with your parents and other professionals. And with the help of them, you have to develop and plan how to improve the behavior of the student. Okay, did you understand it? So there are different methods that we can use to establish behavior or else manage the behavior of the students. So these are some of them. You have to establish clear expectation. So you are expecting a particular way that your student should behave. So you have to clearly tell about your expectation. And then positive reinforcement, addressing misbehavior quickly and calmly, using variety of strategies. teaching appropriate social skills. So when you teach them only, they will be without having conflicts. They should feel empathy towards others and self-regulations. And sometimes if you feel, even though you try your level best to have proper behavior, if students are still showing some weak points, sometimes you have to go beyond the classroom. You have to talk with their parents and even school professionals, and you have to take their help also to promote good behavior of the students. Is that clear to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, maximizing instructional time. Okay, just get an idea.
Madam,
Yes.
Madam, this is regarding the assignment.
Uh,
Can we include the subtopics when we write the assignment?
it's okay, no issue. Yes, because
Madam,
in the assignment, you have been asked to cover certain areas. Accordingly, you
yes, ma'am.
can arrange your answer, and it doesn't matter, you can have subtopics.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
And madam, is there any definite font size in typing the assignment?
Because that should be actually given by the campus, given by the institute. But normally, it should be some standard font like Times New Roman or Calibri, I don't know. But Times New Roman is accepted everywhere. So normally font size should be 12. And then the gap can be 1.5. And when you are having the topics, actually, I mean the question like that, you can put it at the 14 font size like that.
Okay, madam.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Okay, maximizing instructional time. So in the process of teaching and learning, every minute counts. So then effective classroom management, that's what we are talking now. It will maximize learning time and minimize disruptions and maximizing engagement. Okay, so then learning time should be more and disruption should be minimized. And minimizing transition, that means when students move from one activity to another, one period to another period, the time wasting should be minimized. So then manage materials effectively. Okay, so then if you are using certain materials for teaching, distribution of material and organizing material, it should be very quick. It should not waste time. If necessary, you can use designated helpers or a clear system for distribution and collection. So you can take the help of a student like that. And deal with interruptions efficiently. Even though we try our level best to minimize interruptions, sometimes unexpected interruptions may occur. So then you should have a system in the sense you should have a method to handle those interruptions. Maybe the students, they always need to go to the restroom and they want to get a phone call to the classroom, and all these things are there, but such things sometimes students may faint, some health problems also can occur. Okay, whatever it is, when an interruptions occurs, you should have the ability to handle it. So then only you can maximize teaching time, learning time, instructional time. Some more under that. What is this message?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yeah, I am
I
reading.
have a doubt.
Is that your question?
No, miss.
Ah.
I have the same question. During submitting assignment through LMS, shall we upload scan copy of written paper?
Yeah, that's what you have asked. Yes, I don't know about your assignment, but I have seen the students write assignments, handwriting, and then they can scan it and upload. I think it's not an issue. If the management did not give you exact guidelines, and if they did not tell you that you should have type 1, you can use your handwriting, no issue.
Okay, miss. Thank you.
Okay, okay.
Madam, excuse me.
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Madam, I joined the lesson at the latter part of the lesson. And so I want to know what is the assignment question.
I did not discuss the assignment question. They asked some previous day we discussed the assignment question. The assignment might have been sent to you.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so you by this time you might have received them. And then I received from the management that you are having your presentation also 28th.
Okay, madam.
Okay, so then you have to get ready for that also. And then we also need some more time to cover the syllabus that is also there, but we can.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, because that day when we were talking about assignments, I think you were here in the lecture.
Yeah, madam.
Other than that, we did not talk about the assignment today. So they were asking some technical questions, whether they can write and submit the assignment rather than typing, just like that. And
Okay, madam.
okay, engage students actively. Okay, so as the teacher, you have to engage your students actively in the learning process. So there are a variety of activities such as group work, discussions, project work. You can use different ones to engage students in learning actively. Okay, so then if you did not see the assignment, so here Sashi Suravira, she has shared the assignment in the message chat box. Be prepared. So then lesson planning and preparations are essential for effective teaching and classroom management. As a teacher, you have to plan well classroom management also. And teachers, they think lesson plan is needed only for teaching. No, lesson plan and preparation, they are needed for effective classroom management also. So when you are well prepared, actually you can minimize disturbances, disruptions. And so then you can use the maximum time for teaching. And we'll see whether, okay, oh my God, it's a lengthy section. I will remind you. We were talking about classroom management technique. Under that, we were talking about establishing routines, giving clear instructions, managing behavior, maximizing instructional time, and we were talking about these four. And without wasting time, we will go to the next one, the third topic. So now we are with the second half of the main topic, assessment. Can you remember our main topic is classroom management and assessment. So now we have completed classroom management. So what did we talk under classroom management? Here. Creating a positive and supportive learning environment and classroom management techniques. Those are the subtopics we did under classroom management. Now we are with the second half of the topic, using a variety of assessment method. Okay, just read. Okay, using a variety of assessment method. Okay, so I can't remember whether I have discussed assessment with you in some other subject. I don't have an idea. But assessment is a continuous process. Assessments are done to gather data. After gathering data, you can interpret them. And this data is collected about students. Okay, the purpose of conducting assessment is not to give grades. That is there, but the whole purpose of conducting assessment is not to give grades. That is to understand what students know, what they can do. So there are various assessment methods. Okay, we'll see what they are. So we discussed these things at the beginning when I was introducing classroom management and assessment. And okay, see, there are different types of assessment, but in your syllabus, these assessment types are there. Yes, formative assessment is like here nice examples are there. It's just like how a particular medical officer checks up during an illness. Okay, so then when you are admitted to a hospital because of some illness, the doctor will be continuously diagnosing you. It's an ongoing process. It's very frequent and designed to provide feedback that can be used to adjust instructions during the learning process. Okay, the similar way, the formative assessments are conducted while the program is going on, while the teaching is already going on. The purpose of formative assessment is to get an idea about how students are learning. Are they learning properly? If they learn properly, the teacher can continue the same way of teaching. If teacher notices that some students are not learning properly, some students are weak, then teacher can alter, adjust, change her way of teaching. Ultimate purpose of formative assessment is to improve learning. That is not to assign them grades A, B, C, D. Giving grades is not the purpose. The purpose is to improve learning. The basic difference among formative assessments and other assessment types is actually formative assessment is done while the education program is going on. See? Okay, we'll see. Yeah, what is this? Okay, we'll see characteristics of formative assessment. Formative assessments is done while the program is going on, ongoing one. So then formative assessments may be a small questions given by the teacher at the end of a lesson, at the end of a particular period, like that. And even observation, yeah, we'll learn them later. Low stakes, that means marks of the formative assessment does not significantly contribute to the final grade. It contributes, but not directly or not significantly. And then formative assessments provide feedback. A feedback for the student plus teacher. Because of the marks obtained from formative assessment, students can decide how they are learning. Teachers can decide how students are learning. And then drives instructions. Okay, so the result of formative assessment gives an idea to the teacher about what adjustments should be done by her. There are many more. Okay, quickly we'll do examples of formative assessment. Okay, yes. What is this message? Okay, quickly we'll learn. The time is also over, but quickly we'll complete this part. Examples of formative assessment: exit tickets. Exit tickets means at the end of a lesson, the teacher will ask some short questions. Students, they need to answer very quickly. Okay, that is to check whether they understood what the teacher taught. And quick quizzes, observations, class discussions, all these things can be various type of methods used for formative assessment. Here, then summative assessment will start next day, but only this. And these are some other methods: think, pair, share. Okay, you can understand by reading. I am not explaining. The hand signals. Hand signal. The students can hand signal. Example, thumbs up, thumbs down. That is to show their level of understanding. And then whiteboard activities. Okay, self and peer assessment. So there are numerous methods that can be used for formative assessment. Okay, shall we continue next day? I think 18th according to the given timetable. Summative assessment onwards. Okay, so shall we wind up the session then?
Okay, Miss. Thank you.
Okay, then good night.
Good night, madam.
Okay,
Good night, madam.
Good night.
Good night, madam.
Okay, good night.